Hello YouTube. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a very different video from usual. I am going to be painting and customizing my Bloodborne Hunter Figma. I'm going to only paint the hunter himself and only customize just a little bit, but I just want to see how this could turn out and just, record this for fun more than anything. Oh crap, I dropped his bag of stuff. Oh boy, let me get that. There we go. Got his bag of things. And I don't really need this, so I'm just going to put it behind me on my desk. Sit his packaging under my desk for a moment while I do this. Take him out of the box, or the tray. There we go. Set that behind me. Take the hunter out himself, lay this dude down here. Oh, that's right. I did paint the cleaver saw he came with. I mentioned that in the review just before this video, or from a couple days ago. But I painted the cleaver with some red Warhammer miniature paint, which is what I'm going to be using for this. So, I can sit that down here, that's fine. So I used this Citadel Color Technical Blood for the Blood God Warhammer miniature paint. This is only about $4 on Amazon, and it's pretty damn good. Like, it's a really, really nice paint. Like, I've already used it a couple times. I've already used it a couple times. One time was to paint this skull and spine that came with, I believe, the NECA Elder Predator figure I have. And I used it to paint this skull and spine, and it came out really, really well. It looks fantastic. I did a bang-up job with this. I'm not a painter or experienced with it whatsoever, but I did surprisingly well with that skull and spine and the Doomslayer Figma's chainsaw. But for this, ooh, I don't like opening that. That feels a little scary to do. Shake it up just a little bit. Sit the paint down. So what I'm thinking is paint the bottom edges of his waistcoat and the front of his shins in that paint just a little bit, and add a couple of smeckles on his thighs up here. And that's about it. So not a lot. This is probably going to be a relatively short video because of that, but that's what I plan to do. I'm actually going to pop his hands off just to avoid those falling off or anything. Sit those back there. And I mean, I could disassemble him into halves just to make it easier to handle, I guess, but I'm going to leave his body on just so I have more to hold on to. I got a mug of water over here to clean off the brushes, got some paper towels to dry brush if I think I need to. So, what do you say I get started? I have a plate here just to paint over top of. So, I'm going to go with this really small brush, very thin, very tiny, and I think that would work out best. Do I need to wet it first? Nah, it'll be fine. I should wet it first, actually. Okay, it's very stiff. That's me. Alright. Get a little bit of paint on that brush. And try to be careful doing this. I really just want the lower portion of his waistcoat. So what I should do is move it appropriately so they're away from him, so I don't get any parts I don't want to. I could mask some of this off, but I don't really need to. That's not too bad so far. Huh. That's actually not too terrible. I really, like, that's actually pretty ideal. I do just want the bottom edge with a little bit of splatter going on. That doesn't look half bad so far. Alright, alright. And now the second one. Oh, that angle is weird. Uh... That's too thin. So, dab, 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 dab. Just a little bit of paint. And just coat the edge of the coat. Coat the edge of the coat. Okay, yeah, that's a little too on the nose. Ooh, there's some scars there on the waistcoat. Those little lines right there. Mmm. You know what? That is actually not a horrible idea. That's not too bad though. So, got a splotch where those scratches were, and some paint along the edges of his waistcoat, which actually not half bad. Um, hmm. Oh, I just had a very good idea. A logical idea, but a good one. So, sit brother down there for just a minute. Use his stand as a bit of support. Alright, and use that stand as some support so I can get his legs effectively. Spread them just a little bit so I don't hit one where I don't want to. Pose him up just a little bit. Get a little itty bitty bit of paint on there. Okay, I mostly just want to get his shins, maybe a little on the boots. So, let's do a little bit on the boots. Just a very slimy is not the right word, a very thin coat at the bottom of the shoe, at least at the front of the shoe. Just a small amount. That's actually seeping in there really well because there's a slight detent in the foot where the sole meets the rest of it. You can't really see it from this angle, but on his shoe, the sole is slightly wider than the rest of it, and that is sitting in that little crack perfectly. That is really good, actually. Hello. uh... I want splotches on his thighs. I don't want a big streak, so I'm just going to add drops down his leg. And for his left leg, I want to do a gash down the thigh. That's not too horrible. The right leg has some dots of blood, and the left one has a slash through it. I think that's a good idea. How's the back looking? Pretty good, actually. That turned out really nicely. I want this painting to be minimal for this guy because I already love his aesthetic and how he looks. But I do have some ideas for painting besides just this guy, so I might keep going. I don't really know where to put him. Yeah, I think just the hunter's fine. But, ooh, uh, actually, let's just go just a little bit more. Just a little bit. Some blood dripping down his shin guards here. I'm going very light on this. I don't want him to be soaked, just dabble a little bit for the aesthetic of it. Okay, not too shabby. Huh. I am not an experienced painter, but this is actually not that bad. This is actually coming out pretty good. Get the top of his boot cuff, just so it looks like some was dripping down his leg. And then a single little streak down the knee, stopping at the joint. Okay. Oh, fuck. 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 Had a little mishap. Now I'm bleeding. No, I'm kidding. It's paint. Huh. That's not that bad, actually. So, got some blood on the thighs, on his shins there. I don't know how easy it is to tell, but there is blood. Then added some going down that leg. And honestly, not too bad. This is a very different video from usual, but I thought it would be fun. Anyways, peace out, guys. I hope y'all have a good one.